Welcome back. Today we are continuing the breakdown of the engine. So I've got a pulley puller, so hopefully we'll get that pulley pulled with the pulley puller and then start pulling off the valve cover and just take off as much as we can and see what we can find inside the engine. Let's get to it. Regarding automobiles, yeah. The bolt in the middle that the pulley is actually pushing against is an M12. The smaller ones around the outside are M6s. They're all grade 8.8 and they were able to take the pressure no problem. Okay. Oh wait. Tightening it? Yeah, we want to tighten it. So the issue is the bolt that's in there that's providing a sink point to this, or like a counterweight or whatever you want to call it, like a point for this to push on, is not long enough to let the whole pulley slide off. So I'll take this all off, put a longer one in there. Suppose if I had just like no head on the bolt, maybe I could have just slid it out, but this isn't actually that big a hassle to do, so. Okay, so that's an M12, I believe it's 100. So I'll put the 120 or the 110 in there and it should get us the rest of the way off. Okay, that went shockingly smooth. So it actually looks like it's in okay shape. I've seen some where they're all torn up inside, but we'll see if we keep that or not. So I'm taking out the oil pickup. Not that I couldn't, because obviously it'll have to be cleaned out at minimum, but also I think it's RMW has a baffled oil pickup, so there's like a barrier around it that makes sure that when you're going around corners that it doesn't oil starve. Still don't know what caused all this. Like, sure, the timing chain is exploded, but like what caused the timing chain to explode? Right? Gasket there, will probably have to be replaced. So I just pulled this pulley off. I don't know if it's supposed to do that. I feel like it shouldn't, but I don't actually know. So this nut seems to be captive. I'll just leave it there for now until I look into that a little more. This wheel is full of corrosion. Like, if anything, like at minimum, it'll have to be cleaned up. Looks to be held on by 1, 2, 3 bolts. Again, I don't know the age of this. It looks pretty beat up. So who knows? Keep it or lose it, I don't know yet. So there's a bunch of normal bolts. And then there's one Torx, which is a bit strange, but whatever, what's not strange in this car, right? Okay, I don't really know. Oh, looks like there's a couple little tabs here. Okay, it actually came off really easily. Okay, so here we are with basically the oil pump off. Gasket's still good. The gasket around the outside here looked okay. Timing chain tensioner, I mean, it's there, it's tensioning. Yeah, I don't get it. Oh, well, maybe this isn't supposed to be doing this. Maybe there's more to this that exploded. I'll have to go look at a picture. If you look here and here, it's really scratched up. So that means it really like worked on it. And then there's another scuff right here. So this thing took some serious damage. The question is why? So I've noticed a couple things here. If you look right here, there's like these gray markings on these, which I don't really understand. Also, some writing on the back of the head here. I'm thinking maybe it's possible that somebody's taken this apart before. The chain actually seems fine. So here are the two guides. This one appears to be intact. Oh, no. Okay, so there, it's broken there off at the end. So that accounts for some of the stuff that's in the pan, or that was in the oil pan. And this one definitely, where did I see it? Yeah, the top is actually broken off there. Okay, this is way heavier than I thought it would be. Yeah, anyway, it's way heavier than I thought it would be. Okay, so here we go. This is what the pistons look like. I have the head gasket off already. And the cylinders. Pretty sure they're not supposed to be black and full of burned things. Even sort of the outside there doesn't look the best. The good thing, I guess, is that there's no obvious like cracks between areas, which is nice. So maybe just leaking, to be honest, like coolant. My guess here is coolant leaking out here and rusting this. Like the head gasket fails, some coolant gets in there, starts rusting it out. So here we go. It's the bottom of these valves. Black, but not like the worst, I guess. No obvious damage, so that's good. Again, no gaps or no breaks between these things here, so that's good. So what I think I'm gonna try and do now, so the head's off. Take off all the journals. Take the bottom off, keep them all in order. Turn it sideways, maybe do this sideways, and then try and poke the cylinder out through the top. Okay, so I did look it up. You do just push these out the top. I suppose if everything was going according to plan, I would just do that, but it's not super easy. Okay, so I don't know how much play is supposed to be in these. This I think is one of the good. So I think this is one of the good ones. I feel like that's too much play, but I don't know. Also, if you look at the bottom here, right there, it's like scratched. So I don't, that's weird. So this one has the same play in it. This is number 3. Again, it seems like a lot, but I don't know what it's supposed to be. So, okay, so these are the number 2 bearings. Again, you'll have to tell me if those look good or not. I mean, they'll be replaced anyway, I guess, because these are the crank bearings, but... Oh. This is the number 3 bearing. Yeah, there's a lot. This is one of the good ones that I got out. It's massively damaged, it looks like. So I guess the only way to do this would be to split the block, pull the whole thing off and pull the whole crank out, and then try and separate them from there. I mean, I just don't see any other way to get these out, because they will not budge. So I think this is a job for another day, because I have to take it off the stand to get the top half off here. I don't think it's gonna be too complex. It's just gotta get the crane back out. So I'm pretty sure this thing's gonna be super heavy, so. Oh. Okay, so now we're gonna take a close look at the main bearings. Those ones, I don't know, they look kind of scratched and worn up, but I don't know how bad they're supposed to be. And then this one is obviously still on the top somewhere. Yes. So there's the other half there's the bottom half of that one still there. I'll show you the crank. And then down there is our problem. Piston won't come out because the connecting rod's jammed in there on this side. And then this is our infamous black journal. Okay, so here are the pistons I got out. And here's the bottom of the connecting rod. All right, see how it comes apart like this? That is the normal way. This is that same piece, and it looks like one piece. It looks like it's melted together, or fused together into one piece. Okay, so here's the other side. Like, that is one piece. I have no idea how I'm gonna get this out. So the crank's halfway out. I can't pull it up and out. I can only go this far because the pistons won't come out the bottom, and I can't go at the top because it's connected, it's fused. So I don't know what to do here, so pause time. Well, this might be the end. not for the whole video series, but for this engine. I don't see how this gets fixed, to be honest. My first thought was, oh, I'll just you know, somehow cut the connecting rod and pull the crank out that way, but it's fused. Like, the bottom of the connecting rod is fused to the crank, so I don't see a machine shop being able to fix that. So what are my options? I do not have the skill set to go, you know, all Project Binky on this, so I can't do anything too crazy. And I'm also not going to spend $15,000 on a race engine. So the most obvious thought that I have right now is a wrecker engine somehow. I do not have space for 2 cars, so I'll have to find somewhere that has an actual wrecker engine, pull that apart, and hopefully maybe build that back up properly. So I think I'm going to end the video here. I don't know what's going to happen next, so I hate to leave you hanging, but as soon as I find out what's going to happen, I'll let you know.